What's up, Jay Thompson? What's all this? This is a game of Scrabble, and I was seeing if anybody wanted to play. What you think? Are you a Scrabble fan? And did the Cubs win today? Inquiry Mind wants to know. Da, 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 da. Who wants to play? Question mark. Hello to Mackenzie. Hello, Juan. Hello, A51S49. So Juan wants to play. Mackenzie wants to play. I need at least four people, so that's two. At least one more. I'll play if don't have enough, but sure you can play. That's what I want. I want people that want to play. How's everybody doing today? Happy Tuesday, April the 7th. Yeah, I need one more person at least, besides Mackenzie and Juan. Is Juan still here? Oh, well, I guess we could just do two players. There's the bag. Hello, Betty. How you doing today? Just looking for some people to play Scrabble. If anybody's interested, just let me know. I guess for now we'll play Barry 1, 2, and 3 versus Mackenzie, and you'll be the first one here, and then I'll be the others. Um, Barry 1, 2, and 3, and you can go first. And here comes your 7 letters. Oh, you're getting the big number letters. You can go ahead and start on yours, and when you come up with something, let me know. I'm gonna be drawing my other letters for me. I'm getting all vowels. Bummer. Oh no, this is not good. Oh, I've never seen anybody get 7. Well, I have, but it's been a while. All vowels. I got you in the number 1 spot, so you got to go first. You spell words. you can spell, it's got to be at least a 2 letter word, but, and you can spell it. I mean, the goal, the bigger the letter, I mean, the bigger the word, the better. And each letter has point values. Like your E's worth 1 point, the V's worth 4, the U's worth 1, the E's worth 1, the Q's worth 10, the Z's worth 10, the C's worth 3. You can't see the letter E, V, U, E, Q, Z, Q. I mean, Q, Z, C. What's up, Landon? No time long see. How you doing today? Okay. Good night. Just relaxing. Relaxing is good. I was gonna relax and play some Scrabble, but I can't get no opponents. I mean, I'm not usually looking for opposition, but this is one of those rare cases where I'm like encouraging opposition, and I can't get no takers. All right, play number one. We're gonna go Z E E. So the Z is worth 10, E's are 1, so that's 12, and its first one goes first. The one that goes first gets twice the points, so that's 24. 24 for player number 1. So you used 3 tiles, so you get 3 more. Now player number 2. Going to go with the same exact word. So that's ZEE. 10, 11, 12, 13. Finally got a vowel for player number 2. And then a consonant. 2 consonants. So now player number 3. Who is winning? Player 1 has 24, player 2 has 13. So player 1 so far. Gonna go with flyer. So that's 4, 5, 9. No, that's a double. So that's 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we draw 4 new letters for player number 4. And then player number 3. What's up, Tex? How you doing today? So now player number 4 goes. I spell O F F E. The blank is an R. One, 5, 9, 10. So that's 20 points. Double word score. Yeah, the only problem is I got nobody to play. I like the idea too, but I mean, it's cool playing against yourself because you're gonna win, but you're also gonna lose 3 times. Do you ever play Scrabble text? So after one round, it's Barry 1, 24, Barry 2, 13, Barry 3, 16, and Barry 4, 20. Pretty tight game after one round. Gonna go with move. That's 3, 4. 4 times 3 is 12, so that's 16 and 17. Draw 3 new letters. Player number 2. We got RACL, racial. So that's 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not a lot of points, but I got rid of a lot of the vowels. Aye, Captain. You still got cold weather where you at, Tex? We were in the 80s here today. Overcast. A lot of wind. Here we go with the vowels again. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Both. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. So after 2 rounds, player 1, 41, player 2, 22, player 3, 25, player 4, 27. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times 2 is 28. Double word score. Q, I, and H, I, so that's 10 and 11 that way, and 12, 13 that way, so 24. Three, 4, 5, 6, 12. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 33. After 3 rounds, player 1 69, player 2 46, player 3 37, and player 4 60. Four, 5, 8, 13. No. 4, 5, 8, 18. 19 times 3, 57. So that's the biggest play of the night, 57. One, two, three, 4, 5, 10. 8, 9, 13, 14, 28. $15. 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Two, 3, 7, 8, 24, 28, 29. We got Joe, Ode, Joe, Ode, add, and we. So that's going to be 8 plus 9, so that's 27 there. One, 3, 4 times 3 is 12 there. Add is 1, 3. And we is 5. So that's 47 points. Need to draw 3 letters. Hello to D. How you doing today? Happy, I almost said Monday. It's Tuesday. When you play yourself in Scrabble, the good news is you can't lose. The bad news is you're going to lose 3 times. But at least you win once. Yeah. Seems like a Monday. Gonna go with renew. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Got an empty bag. So we're about at the end. Back to player number 1. So that's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. Player 1, 136. Player 2, 85. Player 3, 112. Player 4, 84. Oh, I didn't even see where you said how about rink using the K in Wacko. Sorry. Good hockey term, rink. And where was that Zamboni with the peanuts on it? Because what's weird, I'd never saw that before. And this is usually the way it works with me when I've never seen something and then I see it, and then like not long after that I'll see it again. Um, So I saw that, and then like the next day I was watching somebody else's video, and they had the same exact. I think it was the same exact Zamboni, and I want to say it was in Minnesota. Hello to Akari, who says Cub. Double word using the C from racial. Ah, I see. I was wondering where you was meaning that. Yeah, I see that now. Works for me. Cub. That way, that way, if player number one loses, I'm going to blame Akari. So that's say 3, 4, 14, 14 points. Not bad, not bad. One of the rinks where Obi skates is the hub of the first Zamboni ever made. That's cool. I think I've seen the somebody had some sports cards that had the original Zamboni on it, and it was funny. I remember laughing about it the way it looked. I can't remember exactly how it looked now, but I remember it was a lot different. So that was player number one. Uh oh. Player number two. Could almost spell Totino's. Yeah, out of wood, that's right. We could almost spell Totino's. Y'all like Totino's pizza? I'm like a big fan of pizza. It don't matter who makes them, but I like some Totino's pizza. Yeah, pizza for lunch today. Cool. Man, I never get tired of pizza. I could eat it like breakfast, dinner, lunch, supper, midnight snack. Wash, rinse, repeat. Lego. Oh, you talking about on the next guy? I got to go with this one first, but I see what you're saying on the next one. Yeah, I don't know if Lego's a word or not. I can look it up though. I use the Scrabble word finder and see if it's a word or not. Lego is not a playable word according to the Scrabble dictionary. How far apart in age are your boys, D? I just had one brother, and he was I was a year and 11 days apart. I guess I'm gonna go with stink. No, yeah. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 18. 3 years apart. That's still pretty close. That's cool. see. T-O-G. G. Oh no. I was going to spell toggle, but that O's in the way. Toglio, I don't think it's a word. Bummer. My brain done pretty much shut down for the night, but I thought I came up with a good word, but it don't fit. I'm just going to go with mojo. So that's 3, 6, 7, 15, 16. Picks 3, 4, 12 times 2. No, yeah, 24. Oh yeah, that would have been a better play probably. I see what you're saying now, right there. So that would have been a triple letter. So that's 24, 25, and that's the same thing. So that would have been 50 points instead of my measly 24. But I read it a little bit too late. But good play, Akari. See, you should have been here earlier, and you'd be whooping me. Yeah, XU is a word. That would have been 50 points. That's good. I like the spring season with all the greenery and the birds and the bumblebees and the butterflies and all that. But the sinuses and allergies got me messed up. So I'll go with girls. Two, three, 4, 7, 8. Oh, does Lisa here? I'm sorry, I didn't see you, Lisa. I got the I got my phone a little bit higher than my eye level, so I'm looking down at the Scrabble board. I can't see chat too good, but I hope you're doing well, Lisa. I watched your recent short video. I can't remember now if I commented or not. You was questioning what that was, and I was gonna put that it was bubbles. That's what it looked like to me, bubbles. Like some kid was blowing bubbles and it went by your screen. I'm guessing player number 2 is run out here because we got dots. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. And when you run out in Scrabble, you get all the other people's points. So that's 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15. So final score, player 1, 158, player 2, 125, player 3, 128, and player 4, 108. So we got player 1 first, player 3 second, player 2 third, and player 4 fourth. What's the last singing you've been to, Lisa? I know you seem to go to a lot of different singings. What's the last one you've been to? I'm trying to remember the last one I watched. Oh, the last singing concert. I know you had had several videos in a row where you went to different singings. I was wondering what your last one you went to. All right, Akari. Good night. Enjoy your dinner. Maybe next time you can come earlier and show me how to play them 50-point words. But I appreciate you stopping by. Wow, you've been to a lot lately. That's a lot. Hey, before Akari and D leaves, y'all need to like make a story with all the words that I used tonight. Start with renew and end it with nip. And just kidding. Y'all enjoy your meals, and I appreciate you stopping by. Tell Chilo and the boys hello. I was trying to figure out what inner meant. I mean, I know what inner means, but I've never heard it quite like that. Inner. I didn't realize she went back live. Now, you got to take all the words from Scrabble tonight, Jeff, and make it into a song. Is it possible? Or how about this? If you could just take two or maybe three words from this Scrabble and turn it into a garage band name, what three 2 to 3 words would you use to come up with a new garage band name? Like racial diva queen. There's some good ones up in there. Flyer stink dots. The flyer stink dots. Cub stink. I think I might start me up a new garage band now. I was gonna try to like rhyme it or sing it or something, but I don't know. Some of these lyrics has been banned in a few countries. But yeah, I guess be careful what you ask for. High to the morning, a brand new birth, trying to renew what I lost on this earth. Got a crew of girls and we laugh like a wacko. Life used to stink, now we flip that back though. They said I was banned, had a permanent taint, but I painted new dreams with a rebel's restraint. Through blurry old pics and the lines and the dots, I rose from the shadows. They thought I'd been gifted. No, I messed it up. They said I was banned, had a permanent taint, but I painted new dreams with a rebel's restraint. Though blurry old pics and the lines and the dots, I rose from the shadows. They thought I'd been off. I'm a midnight flyer. Call me Z in the sky. No more labels, no more racial divide. Make a bold move like a fearless young cub. From the hate that I loathe to the love that I dub. Queen of the moment, yeah, I claim my throne. Got that diva energy standing alone. Cut the doubt quick, just a mental nip. Now I ride my mojo on a rocket ship. No virus in my vibe, no fear in my jaws. Feeding dreams to the fire like beats to the cause. From scraps to a feast, yeah, we turn into meats. Dancing through the chaos to our own wild beats. I said hi to the pain, now goodbye to the past. Every scar got a story, but it won't ever last. Had to break every chain, every rule that was planned. Now I'm drawing my future with a free, steady hand. Got the crowd going wild, every head doing nods, connecting all the stars. Yeah, we linking the dots. From the bottom to the top, yeah, we rise, never drop. Turn the noise to a rhythm, let the heartbeat pop. Z in the sky, got that fire inside. Queen of the storm, yeah, I glow when I fight. No more fear, no disguise, no front, no facade, just a soul reborn with a fearless applause. Queen of the moment, yeah, I claim my throne. Got that diva energy standing alone. Cut the doubt quick, just a mental nip. Now I ride my mojo on a rocket ship. No virus in my vibe, no fear in my jaws. Feeding dreams to the fire like beasts to the cause. From scraps to a feast, yeah, we turn into meats. Dancing through the chaos to our own wild beats. I guess that was pretty good. I don't know if you used them all. I have to do a further review. Oh man, I don't recommend like trying to rap when you got a headache. At least help mine. Yeah, I'm fixing to go to sleep too, Lisa. That sounds like a good idea. But I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you get your batteries recharged and have a great day tomorrow. Yeah, we may be on to something, Jeff. We're going to start it. Uh, we play it first. We play a game of Scrabble, and then whoever loses has to wrap. Whoever loses has to wrap the the concoction of rhymes. Yeah, the like the pollen pretty much messes me up every year. I love spring. I love the greenery and the birds and the butterflies and all that good stuff, flowers. But the pollens, yeah. Allen Iverson's the original AI. Oh, I just seen. I didn't know Dee was still here. I just seen a card that made me think of her. Um, and maybe we can convert her to being a Bruins fan, Jeff. What you think? I probably ain't gonna come across it now. Hello to Sydney Cat. How are you doing today? Oh, there he is. Linus. See, Boston had a goalie named Linus. So, what you think? Become a Bruins fan. So you did miss a few words. I knew it. All right, so I just came across this book, and man, I haven't read this book in a long time. But I'm gonna read a chapter, and then I'm gonna go. But I appreciate everybody that stopped by. But the book's called Max Lucado, When God Whispers Your Name. And man, I used to read all of his books back in the day. I really haven't read any lately. But I'm just going to read one short chapter. And just, I don't remember what it's about. But there's a song I like called Make Me a Mop. And chapter one of this book says, the voice from the mop bucket. So I'm inquisitive to know what that's talking about, but it probably ties into that song, Make Me a Mop. But if you never heard the song Make Me a Mop, uh, check it out. Oh, you're going to the Bruins game Saturday? That's cool. Playing the Lightning. But one of the reasons I guess I like Max Lucado is he always, to me, he paints pictures with his, his writings that I can see, I can envision, and yeah, take some kind of weird sign, Jeff, and look for you on TV. Hey, hold up like a cardboard sign with all the lyrics you wrote tonight, and I'll recognize. Oh yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for the sign. But this is titled "The Voice from the Mop Bucket," and this is gonna be my good night story. I don't know if you can stay or not, but if you can and listen, that's good. If you can't, that's fine as well. But I appreciate everybody that stopped by tonight. But this is my bedtime story. I'm gonna see if I can remember what the story is about. But it says the hallway is silent except for the wheels of the mop bucket and the shuffle of the old man's feet. Both sound tired. Both know these floors. How many nights has Hank cleaned them? Always careful to get in the corners. Always careful to set up his yellow caution sign warning of wet floors. Always chuckling as he does. Be careful, everyone, he laughs to himself, knowing no one is near. Not at 3 a.m. in the morning. Hank's health isn't what it used to be. Gout keeps him awake. Arthritis makes him limp. His glasses are so thick his eyeballs look twice their size. Shoulders stoop, but he does his work. Slopping soapy water on linoleum, scrubbing the heel marks left by the well heeled lawyers. He'll be finished an hour before quitting time. Always finishes early. Has for 20 years. When finished, he'll put away his bucket and take a seat outside the office of the senior partner and wait. Excuse me. Never leaves early. Could, no one would know, but he does not. He broke the rules once, never again. Sometimes, if the door is open, he'll enter the office, not for long, just to look. The suite is larger than his apartment. He'll run his finger over the desk. He'll stroke the soft leather couch. He'll stand at the window and watch the gray sky turn gold. And he will remember. He once had such an office. Back when Hank was Henry. Back when the custodian was an executive. Long ago. Before the night shift. Before the mop bucket. Before the maintenance uniform. Before the scandal. Hank does not think about it much now. No reason to. Got in trouble, got fired, and got out. That's it. Not many people know about it. Better that way. No need to tell them. It is his secret. Hank's story, by the way, is true. I changed the name and a detail or two. I gave him a different job and put him in a different century. But the story is factual. You've heard it. You know it. When I give you his real name, you will remember. But more than a true story, it's a common story. It is a story of a derailed dream. It's a story of high hopes colliding with harsh realities. Happens to all dreamers. And since all have dreamed, it happens to us all. In Hank's case, it was a mistake he could never forget, a grave mistake. Hank killed someone. He came upon a excuse me. He came upon a thug beating up an innocent man, and Hank lost control. He killed the mugger. When word got out, Hank got out. Hank would rather hide than go to jail, so he ran. The executive became a fugitive. True story, common story. Most stories aren't as extreme as Hank's. Few spend their lives running from the law. Many, however, live with regrets. I could have gone to college on a golf scholarship, a fellow told me just last week on the fourth tee box. Had an offer right out of school, but I joined a rock and roll band. Ended up never going. Now I'm stuck fixing garage doors. Now I'm stuck. Epitaph of a derailed dream. Picked up a high school yearbook and read the "What I Want to Do" sentence under each picture. You'll get dizzy breathing the thin air of mountaintop visions. Ivy League school. Write books and live in Switzerland. Physician in a third world country. Teach inner city kids. Yet take the yearbook to a 20th century Yet take the yearbook to a 20th year reunion and read the next chapter. Some dreams have come true, but many have not. Not that all should, mind you. I hope the little guy who dreamed of being a sumo wrestler came to his senses, and I hope he did not lose his passion in the process. Changing direction in life is not tragic. Losing passion in life is. Something happens to us along the way. Convictions to change the world downgrade to commitments to pay the bills. Rather than make a difference, we make a salary. Rather than look forward, we look back. Rather than look outward, we look inward. And we don't like what we see. Hank didn't. Hank saw a man who had settled for the mediocre, trained in the finest institutions of the world, yet working the night shift in a minimum wage job so he would not be seen in the day. But all that changed when he heard the voice from the mop bucket. Did I mention that his story is true? At first, he thought the voice was a joke. Some of the fellows on the third floor play these kinds of tricks. Henry, Henry, the voice called. Hank turned. No one called him Henry anymore. Henry, Henry. He turned toward the pail. It was glowing. Bright red, hot red. He could feel the heat 10 feet away. He stepped closer and looked in. The water was not boiling. This is strange, Hank mumbled to himself as he took another step to get a closer look. But the voice stopped him. Do not come any closer. Take off your shoes. You are on holy tile. Suddenly Hank knew who was speaking. God? I'm not making this up. I know you think I am. Sounds crazy, almost irreverent. God speaking from a hot mop bucket to a janitor named Hank. Would it be believable if I said God was speaking from a burning bush to a shepherd named Moses? Maybe that one's easier to handle because you've heard it before. But just because it's Moses in a bush rather than Hank in a bucket, it's no less spectacular. It sure shocked the sandals off Moses. We wonder what amazed the old fellow more, that God spoke in a bush or that God spoke at all. Moses, like Hank, had a mistake. You remember his story. Adopted nobility. An Israelite reared in an Egyptian palace. His countrymen were slaves, but Moses was privileged, ate at the royal table, educated in the finest schools. But his most influential teacher had no degree. She was his mother, a Jewess who was hired to be his nanny. Moses, you can almost hear her whisper to her young son, God has put you here on purpose. Someday you will set your people free. Never forget, Moses, never forget. Moses did not. The flame of justice grew hotter until it blazed. Moses saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave, just like Hank killed the mugger. Moses killed the Egyptian. The next day Moses saw the Hebrew. You would think the slave would say thanks. He did not. Rather than express gratitude, he expressed anger. Will you kill me too? He asked. Moses knew he was in trouble. He fled Egypt and hid in the wilderness. Call it a career shift. He went from dining with the heads of state to counting heads of sheep. Hardly an upward move. And so it happened that a bright, promising Hebrew began herding sheep in the hills. From the Ivy League to the cotton patch, from the Oval Office to a taxi cab, from swinging a golf club to digging a ditch. Moses thought the move was permanent. There is no indication he ever intended to go back to Egypt. In fact, there is every indication he wanted to stay with his sheep. Standing barefoot before the bush, he confessed, I am not a great man. How can I go to the king and lead the Israelites out of Egypt? I'm glad Moses asked that question. It is a good one. Why Moses? Or more specifically, why 80-year-old Moses? The 40-year-old version was more appealing. The Moses we saw in Egypt was brash and confident, but the Moses we find 4 decades later is reluctant and weather beaten. Have you or I looked at Moses back in Egypt? We would have said, this man is ready for battle, educated in the finest system in the world, trained by the ablest soldiers, instant access to the inner circle of the Pharaoh. Moses spoke their language and knew their habits. He was the perfect man for the job. Moses at 40 we like, but Moses at 80? No way. Too old, too tired, smells like a shepherd, speaks like a foreigner. What impact will we have on Pharaoh? What impact would he have on Pharaoh? He's the wrong man for the job. And Moses would have agreed. Tried that once before, he would say. Those people don't want to be helped. Just leave me here to tend my sheep. They're easier to lead. Moses would not have gone. You wouldn't have sent him. I wouldn't have sent him. But God did. How do you figure? Benched at 40 and suited up at 80. Why? What does he know now that he didn't know then? What did he learn in the desert that he didn't learn in Egypt? The ways of the desert, for one. 40-year-old Moses was a city boy, octogenarian. Moses knew the names of every snake and the location of every watering hole. If he's going to lead thousands of Hebrews into the wilderness, he better know the basics of desert life 101. Family dynamics for another. If he's going to be traveling with families for 40 years, it might help to understand how they work. He marries a woman of faith, the daughter of a Midianite priest, and establishes his own family. But more than the ways of the desert and the people, Moses needed to learn something about himself. Apparently, he has learned it. God says Moses is ready. And to convince him, God speaks through a bush. Had to do something dramatic to get Moses' attention. School's out, God tells him. Now it's time to get to work. Poor Moses, he didn't even know he was enrolled. But he was. And guess what? So are you. The voice from the bush is the voice that whispers to you. It reminds you that God is not finished with you yet. Oh, you may think he is. You may think you may think he's got someone else to do the job. If so, think again. God began doing a good work in you, and I'm sure he will continue it until it is finished when Jesus Christ comes again. Did you see what God is doing? A good work in you. Did you see when he will be finished? When Jesus comes again. May I spell out the message, God ain't finished with you yet. Your Father wants you to know that, and to convince you, he may surprise you. He may speak through a bush, a mop bucket, or stranger still, he may speak through this book. So, man, I hadn't read that in a long time, but I can't say that again until maybe next time. But that was chapter 1 of When God Whispers Your Name. But yeah, I haven't read Max Lucado in a while, but I love listening to his books. If y'all have never watched this before, I think you can watch this on YouTube, I want to say. Um, but I just came across this as a DVD from a while back. But there's a song by Chris Tomlin. But then this is also a DVD. But the title of it's How Great Is Our God. But Louis Giglio. I think he's out of Atlanta, Georgia. But that's a great video. If you've never looked it up, look it up, watch it. It's probably less than an hour. Um, and if you like, astronomy, he talks about the sun and the stars of our solar. I mean, the star of our solar system, and then the larger stars that are larger than the sun, and some good stuff. Yeah, I think it's on YouTube. I could be wrong, but I think I've seen it on YouTube somewhere before. But his whole preaching and teaching is he was like he uses the illustration of the golf ball. I think I got one. Yeah. So he'll hold up a golf ball and he'll say if the earth was the size of a golf ball, and then he makes a lot of things that are just mind blowing. So check it out. It's good stuff. He'll use a Saint Augustine quote: "Men go abroad to wonder at the height of mountains, the huge waves of the sea, the long course of rivers, the vast compass of the ocean, the circular motion of the stars, but they pass by themselves and don't even notice." But that's what it's pretty much about there. Your life is a miracle, and the creator of the universe knows you by name. He's big enough to breathe out stars, yet intricate enough to fashion together the trillions of cells that make up every facet of who you are. The God who spoke the universe into existence made you too and knows everything about you, from the smallest molecule to the situation you find yourself in right now. He's aware of your circumstances and intimately acquainted with everything you do, and he cares about you and promises to carry you through. That's where we find hope in the midst of the darkest places in life. The journey is often complicated and painful, filled with confusion and chaos, yet the cross of Christ reveals God's promise to preserve and restore you no matter what the circumstance. He will hold on to you and hold you together, giving strength to those who hope in his unfailing love. He is the everlasting God. But it's a good video. How do we cope? How do we cope in a difficult world? Oh, hello to Daisy May. Good to see you. You like the red trays? Yeah, they're neat. I prefer the wooden ones. Um, I like the natural over the plastic, but the red trays are cool. Um, we used to have a store. Um, I don't know if y'all familiar with it, but it was called Dirt Cheap, and you got like a certain percentage off. Like I know I didn't pay $17.99. It was way less than that, but you can never go wrong buying Scrabble. But I probably bought this like 7 years ago, I guess. You have Ollie's? Yeah, we don't have Ollie's in my city, but they got one that opened up last year in a pretty close by city that I could go to. I don't think I've ever been to one, but I see a lot of people that do. There's Will. How's Will doing tonight? You're tired? Well, you know how to fix that, right? We got to recharge them batteries. Uh, got to charge them batteries, man. Charge them. At least 1/4 of your day needs to be spent sleeping. Man, I got illustrations all around if y'all need illustrations. Building 19 and a half. I don't guess I'm familiar with that, Will. King of Kings, Jeffrey Hunter. Hey, Jeff, W. Voggs is a Yankees fan, so insert your favorite Yankees joke. All right, Miss Daisy, man. Good night to you. Get them batteries recharged, and I hope you have a great night and a great day tomorrow. I had some pasta tonight. Spaghetti. Spaghetti. That sounds like a redid Auburn, Alabama joke. Dee's grandpa was a Yankees fan. See now, Jeff, you got to apologize to Dee. You done hurt her feelings and offended Will Boggs. Yeah, Red Sox aren't off to a good start. The Astros, I think, are still in first place, but they've been slipping. They've been. I think they've scored probably more runs than anybody in baseball. They've been putting up numbers offensively, but their pitching has been really rough. And their best pitcher, that pitched against the Red Sox, Hunter Brown, he's on the injured list now. Lance McCullers Jr. had one good game, and then he got bombed the next one. So a lot of inconsistency so far. Yeah, which I think the Red Sox started out bad last year, and then they got better as the season progressed. So maybe that's the way it'll be this year. All right, D, I appreciate you stopping by. Good night, and sorry if Jeff offended you with the Yankees joke. I guess I could put him in timeout. Hello to Aries World, who is still working on taxes. But in case anybody's listening, I'll say this out loud. I told my friend that I was a New York Yankees fan. He said, "That's great. What's it like living in the past?" But that definitely sounds like an Auburn, Alabama joke. Because Yeah, I think Auburn proved that they should have been in the tournament. But yeah, I like your not in tournament uh, NIT there. Yeah, they've done it all without really a true center. They didn't have a big guy. They've already got a I think they done signed a 7 foot guy. So yeah, I hope it is a springboard in the next season because they definitely had a big drop off from last year to this year from Final Four to not even making the tournament. I'm not a real big fan of the transfer portal thing, and it always bothers me like in the before the season starts or whatever, and people will commit to a team and then back out of it and commit to a team, and it's like nobody really. There's a lot of I don't stuff I don't like about college football or sports. There's a lot of ways I don't like sports as much as I used to. It's at its best is the you go watch some kids play t-ball. When they're at their youngest and money ain't involved and they're doing it for the love of the game. Which I know there's still people that do it. Higher up. I know there's still people that do it for the love of the game, but those are getting few and far between. I guess I'm gonna go find me something for a headache. But I appreciate everybody that stopped by tonight. I wound up having to play Scrabble by myself, but so I won, but I lost 3 times as well. But I wound up getting a good laugh out of Jeff's rhymes from all the words, so that was cool. Well, that's cool that you coached over 20 years. No apologies required. I know there's life outside of YouTube, but I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate everybody that stopped by tonight, and I hope everybody gets their batteries recharged tonight and has a good fresh day tomorrow. And as much as possible will go your way tomorrow. But good night and God bless y'all.